The rookie Caitlin Clark met and exceeded expectations following her selection as the top pick in the draft. By contributing to the Indiana Fever's journey to the playoffs, achieving sold-out arenas, setting league records, and earning the title of Rookie of the Year, the 22-year-old successfully met all expectations. However, beneath the surface, her influence on the team was significant, and Lexi Hull is here to provide insight. During a recent appearance on The Young Man in the Three, Hull highlighted the positive impact that Clark's gameplay changes had on her, emphasizing her admiration for how Clark navigated the adjustments. "I received passes and made attempts to score, but I didn't anticipate receiving them all," Hull explained. "Now, I feel confident that every cut, every shot, every fast break I execute presents a genuine chance for me to receive the ball. It took me a moment to realize this new perspective." As she entered the W with the third highest all-time assists record, Clark recognized her strength and was determined not to let it fade. In the game against the Dallas Wings, Clark achieved a remarkable 19 assists, setting a new record for the highest number of assists in a single game in the W League. She proceeded to set a new record for the highest number of assists in a single season, with a total of 337. Hull benefited significantly from the passes made by the 22-year-old, recognizing their potential and utilizing them effectively. "It took me a moment to comprehend that she was all the way down at the other end of the floor," Hull remarked. "She was able to successfully execute the pass to me near the basket. It has been truly enjoyable and satisfying to know that our work is purposeful and not just done for the sake of it. You are on the verge of creating a truly innovative play. It makes the achievement all the more rewarding," commented Hull. Hull achieved a career high of 22 points this season in a match against the Seattle Storm. Caitlin Clark provided the assist for the first two-point basket, followed by 2 additional assists. The 22-year-old concluded the evening leading all players with 9 assists. Hull had expressed a greater enthusiasm for her passing skills rather than her scoring abilities. She also noted a high level of confidence in the rookie player, which she successfully leveraged on the court. The unexpected passes from the Fever rookies ultimately helped Hull to sharpen her focus. In the meantime, Clark has expressed admiration for Hull's performance. Hull's career high of 22 points against the Seattle Storm this season left the Logo 3 queen impressed by her skills. The 25-year-old successfully made 6 out of 7 three-point shots during the game. Upon the game's conclusion and the Fever's victory with a 92-75 score, Clark made sure to express her joy for Hull. "This account is now dedicated to Lexi Hull," Clark tweeted. "It was the initial opportunity Christy Sides granted to Hull in the first quarter, resulting in a combined contribution from Sides and Clark of 48. 91% of the team's total points. Furthermore, they successfully made 9 out of the total 15 three-point shots. A unique synergy exists between them on the basketball court." Hull became a mainstay on the Fever lineup, contributing to the team's 6-3 record while starting games. She also reached a peak of 63.2% in three-point shooting after the Olympic break. Clark acknowledged her commendable efforts in covering the court, pursuing the top players, and serving as the defensive anchor for the team. "It has brought a new dimension to our game," she remarked, reflecting on her improvement in three-point shooting. Indiana Fever's sharpshooter Caitlin Clark has had a year of accomplishments in 2024. Following her leadership in taking the Iowa Hawkeyes to the Final Four in the NCAA tournament, Clark was swiftly drafted by the Indiana Fever. Clark had one of the most remarkable debut seasons in WNBA history while playing for the Fever. She set a new record in the league for most assists in a single season and achieved the milestone of being the first rookie to achieve a triple-double, accomplishing this feat twice. Clark capped off a remarkable season by clinching the WNBA Kia Rookie of the Year accolade and earning a spot on the prestigious WNBA First Team, an honor reserved for the top 5 players each season. Following an intense year on the basketball court, Clark can now enjoy a well-deserved break. During her off-season, she has been attending galas, golfing, and reuniting with her former Iowa teammates. Recently, she appeared on the Fresh Talk podcast with Gabby Marshall and Kate Martin, where she opened up about her time away from the court. "Just relaxing," she mentioned during the episode. "It's been refreshing to take a break, but I am eagerly looking forward to returning to Iowa City. I am delighted to be in attendance with all of you." Though Clark is currently enjoying a break from the sport, there is speculation that she may return sooner than expected to join the unrivaled 3-on-3 off-season league, where Martin is already a participant. In a highly successful year for women's professional sports, top athletes are seeing financial rewards for their domination in their respective sports. The WNBA stands out as a prime example. The previous month concluded a groundbreaking season that set new records for viewership and attendance, while also securing lucrative brand deals and corporate sponsorships for its players. The league will conduct its draft lottery for the 2025 season on Sunday. Numerous rising WNBA talents such as Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have carried over endorsement agreements from their college careers, including name, image, and likeness deals with companies like Nike, Reebok, and Gatorade. Players from diverse backgrounds secured a range of additional endorsement contracts with brands such as CarMax and State Farm. However, despite many reveling in their newfound wealth, some individuals are still excluded from benefiting. The WNBA has formed a collaboration with Skims, the underwear brand owned by Kim Kardashian. The advertisements highlight women of color and members of the LGBTQ+ community who are players in the league. The company faced backlash for excluding male-presenting athletes from its May campaign. "Not the poppies of the league being forgotten again," remarked Natasha Cloud of the Phoenix Mercury in response to Skims' Fits Everybody campaign. Dallas Wings two-time All-Star Natasha Howard also criticized the campaign, stating that it felt like a slight to the league's more masculine-presenting players. She further added that it is undeniably more challenging for Black LGBTQ+ athletes to secure brand deals. Howard expressed her frustration, noting, "I feel like a lot of people don't want to see queer or lesbian individuals as the face of anything." Skims did not provide a comment in response to requests for information. Cloud and Howard opted to blaze their own trail. Both women have formed partnerships with Woxer, a women's boxer brand owned by Latina and LGBTQ+ individuals, offering a line tailored for gender non-conforming customers. Alexandra Fuente, founder of Woxer based in Miami, expressed that collaborating with Howard, Cloud, and Kirsten Bell from the Las Vegas Aces was a perfect fit. She mentioned that the company plans to work with many more female athletes in the future. Fuente stated, "Major brands tend to give deals to those who fit a certain mold, which opens up opportunities for brands like us. Our team is dedicated to continuously improving customer satisfaction by enhancing our products and services. Everyone is conforming to the norm." However, mainstream brands are hesitant to partner with athletes who do not fit the traditional mold in today's polarized cultural landscape due to fear of backlash against diversity. According to Ketra Armstrong, a professor at the University of Michigan specializing in sport management and director of the Center for Race and Ethnicity in Sport, this hesitancy presents a collective risk that some brands are unwilling to take. Armstrong notes that many brands prefer to play it safe and avoid offending segments of their consumer base. Risa Isard, assistant professor of sport management at the University of Connecticut, conducted a study on online articles from major sports outlets during the 2020 WNBA season. Her research revealed a disparity in media coverage, with Black WNBA athletes receiving notably less attention compared to their white counterparts. Moreover, Black athletes who do not conform to traditional feminine norms receive the least amount of media coverage, while white athletes have more freedom to express their gender in various ways and still attract media attention. Media coverage is crucial as it influences athletes' perceived value for brand partnerships. This is particularly significant for WNBA players who earn lower salaries compared to NBA players and rely on endorsements and playing overseas during the offseason to make ends meet, despite safety risks, according to Isard. However, brands are neglecting Black LGBTQ+ women, as noted by University of Massachusetts Amherst sport management professor Ayanna Keaton, who examines the intersection of race and gender identity. The WNBA's fanbase, like some of its players, also encompasses individuals with fluid gender identities. Keaton added that companies may underestimate how much consumers with different identities appreciate and connect with LGBTQ+ players. Sponsors and brands are lagging far behind in this regard. Brianna Scurry, the goalkeeper for the celebrated team that clinched the 1999 World Cup, was among the few openly gay players during her era. Two-time Olympic gold medalist, Scurry, noted a significant improvement in sponsorship opportunities for women's soccer since her playing days. Following a crucial penalty kick save that contributed to her team's World Cup victory, Scurry expressed surprise at the lack of expected sponsorship deals, initially attributing it to her position as a goalkeeper. "It suddenly occurred to me, with a sense of sorrow, that my color and/or sexual orientation may have played a role," she stated. "I could not find another explanation for it." According to the ex-assistant coach of the Washington Spirit, women's soccer has significantly progressed. Scurry was the sole player of color to have a starting position when she played. Sophia Smith, Trinity Rodman, and Mallory Swanson comprised the U.S. squad. Scurry noted the strength of the Olympic team's impressive forward trio, observing that numerous advertising and marketing campaigns have effectively showcased their star power and the endorsement opportunities that eluded Scurry 25 years ago. They are now beginning to emerge. "I am experiencing a lot of success now that I didn't have back then," she stated, expressing hope that sponsorship opportunities for Black LGBTQ+ female athletes will also continue to expand. "Women's sports are now viewed as a business venture," remarked Scurry. "It is no longer simply a charitable cause." For those doubting the marketing and social value of Black LGBTQ+ athletes, Keaton emphasizes the positive comments on their Instagram posts, including fire and heart eye emojis, along with inquiries about their attire. The Los Angeles Sparks have faced challenges recently. The team has not made a playoff appearance since 2020, making it the franchise's longest postseason absence and the WNBA's current longest. Following the 2024 draft, there was a noticeable improvement in Los Angeles. The Sparks did not secure the #1 pick, but they acquired Cameron Brink and Ricka Jackson, who are both highly skilled players. Subsequently, Brink suffered an ACL tear, resulting in her participation in only 15 games during her inaugural season. The Sparks swiftly returned to the bottom of the league with just 8 wins. Experiencing a loss can be challenging, but there is always a positive aspect to consider. Experiencing multiple consecutive seasons of losses significantly boosts a team's odds of securing the top pick in the draft lottery. The Sparks had a strong opportunity to achieve victory in the lottery, which would have made any previous losses more manageable. The Dallas Wings, who did not make the playoffs and had the ability to exchange picks with the Chicago Sky, had marginally improved chances. The Sparks were not successful in obtaining the lottery jackpot. Dallas clinched the top spot in the 2025 WNBA draft, securing first rights to select Paige Booker should she decide to enter the draft. Referring to the team holding the second overall pick as the biggest losers of the draft lottery may appear unconventional. It is important to note that this designation is not based on the quality of players that will be accessible to the Sparks during their selection. They are still poised to acquire a talented young recruit. This marks the second consecutive year the Sparks have been poised to secure the #1 pick, only to have it elude them at the last moment. Following the team's performance of achieving the poorest regular season record in franchise history, a similar incident occurred once again. In 2024, the Sparks acquired talented players, yet they missed the opportunity to select a once-in-a-generation player who significantly boosted the Indiana Fever's popularity. Paige Booker has the potential to make a comparable impact to Caitlin Clark, and the Sparks narrowly missed acquiring her services. The potential impact of not recruiting Booker may be greater than missing out on Clark, given the current composition of the team. Booker would have been an ideal addition alongside Cameron Brink and Ricka Jackson, forming a formidable trio for the Sparks and setting a strong groundwork for future achievements. Upon receiving the second overall pick, numerous Sparks players displayed visible shock, a reaction easily understandable in such circumstances. Coming so close to winning the lottery twice, only to fall short, must be incredibly disappointing. The Indiana Fever's new head coach, Stephanie White, expressed unwavering confidence in her team's goals for the upcoming WNBA season, echoing the sentiments of standout player Caitlin Clark. After securing their first playoff spot since 2016 last season, the franchise is now eager to achieve even greater success. During an interview with The Fan, Indianapolis, White was questioned about the future goals for the Fever. "It strives to contend for championships," she stated. "The goal has always been to contend for championships, and I believe we now have the chance to pursue that goal once more." As White reiterated during her presentation, the transformation will take time, but the Fever can construct a formidable team around Aaliyah Boston, whom she described as arguably the finest center in our league, and Clark, identified as a once-in-a-generation talent. When considering building a team centered on those two players, the expectation is to compete for a championship. "You consistently strive for championships every year," she stated. Clark, meanwhile, expressed similar sentiments while taking part in the Pro-Am golf event at the Annika a few days prior. "Our objective last year was to make it to the playoffs, which we achieved. Now, our aim is to compete for the championship," Clark informed reporters. "I believe we are assembling the necessary components to achieve this goal, with the potential addition of free agents. Excitement can be sensed across the organization, the city, and among our fans. I am eagerly looking forward to returning to the field. I truly desire for a game to be scheduled for tomorrow." The Indiana Fever team is currently in the midst of a notable transformation. In addition to White's reinstatement as head coach, the franchise welcomes new leadership in President Kelly Krauskopf and General Manager Amber Cox. It will be intriguing to observe which players will join the team. In addition to Boston and Clark, Fever has benefited from the skills of guards Lexi Hull, who is a close friend of Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell is set to become a free agent, prompting speculation about her future despite the Fever's interest in retaining her. Caitlin Clark is a well-known figure to all. Clark transformed the women's basketball scene by transitioning from her acclaimed college years at Iowa to earning the title of WNBA Rookie of the Year with the Indiana Fever. Now, reunited with former coach Lisa Bluter to cheer on the Hawkeyes, it was only fitting to release a tribute commemorating her impactful time at Iowa. This is precisely what occurred on Sunday, thanks to a delivery from Fox College Hoops. The video montage showcased pre-recorded remarks from prominent figures in the sports industry. A roster featuring UConn coach Gino Auriemma, Huskies star Paige Bueckers, USC standout Juju Watkins, and current Iowa coach Jan Jensen was highly acclaimed. Among the accolades, Bueckers' comments stood out as she demonstrated an understanding of the responsibilities that come with impacting the game, Caitlin's impact on women's college basketball, the WNBA, and women's sports overall has garnered significant attention. It seems as though she carries a tremendous burden on her shoulders. And she bears this weighty burden with grace and humility, noted Bueckers. Paige may find parallels with Caitlin, to whom she has been likened, as Bueckers navigates significant media attention and high expectations as the anticipated top pick in the imminent WNBA draft. Bueckers' remarks are significant as she acknowledges the burden that Clark must bear. Assuming a significant responsibility associated with her tremendous popularity, WNBA standout Caitlin Clark recently ventured into a new sport. She participated in the Pro-Am event at the Annika driven by Gainbridge at Pelican Golf Club, playing alongside LPGA star Nelly Korda and tournament host Annika Sorenstam. Reflecting on her experience, Clark expressed, "It was a great experience. Witnessing the talents of Nelly and Annika in action is truly an experience worth paying for. I had the opportunity to complete the task free of charge and enjoy working with them. It was certainly an enjoyable morning. I am extremely grateful for the opportunity to visit Gainbridge. Their significant support of women's sports is undeniable. Incredibly fortunate and blessed. Persisted through challenges and performed adequately.